Hi guys, follow me on Instagram to never ever miss any of my crazy updates. Hi guys and welcome to another vlog. This is the Tata Avinya. It's a concept car which is born electric and is based on the Gen 3 of Tata's electric architecture. Basically, what does that mean? Simple as that. The first gen electric vehicles were the ones which were conceptualized as ICE vehicles like the Tigor and of course the Nexon, and then they were converted to electric. The Gen 2, which happens to be the Curve, was made both for ICE as well as electric, and this is the Gen 3 which is only for electric, of course. Now you can see it gets a completely different design language, but from certain angles it will definitely remind you of the Audi urban sphere. You see how the Tata logo is on this car? It is extending all the way to the side. That light bar looks really nice, and since there's not going to be any diesel or petrol model here, it's completely closed with some sort of a light treatment. You can see the front splitter also. Very aggressive a design. Lights are like really slim, and of course you get a lot of piano black. Now the interesting thing is, it is going to be electric of course, but the battery pack is actually hanging below here. Can you see that? Sort of like how it's on the Mercedes EQC. This will 100% touch on speed breakers, but obviously this is a concept which will not go into production as it is. There's going to be a lot of changes on it. Coming to the side of this car, it's actually very small. It's just 4.3 meters in length. To put into perspective, the Renault Duster is 4.3 meters in length, but the wheelbase is massive. It's 2920 mm, which is almost as much as the Mercedes E-Class long wheelbase, which is 3079 mm. So you can see the wheelbase is massive because it is made to be electric. Thus, the designers were able to push the wheels to extreme corners to make the cabin extremely wide. Ground clearance is actually very small. The wheels are massive here. 265, 35, 22 is the size of the wheels. There's this thing on it. I think that's for aerodynamic efficiency. And this, you can say, is the new Tata logo. And you know what? It always centers like a Rolls-Royce car. Yeah, that's right. It always centers. Oh my God. That's a fidget spinner for me. I'm just going to so enjoy playing with it when I see such cars on the road. Hope that makes into production. Says Avinya here, which you can't see because of the color of the car. And this is the mirror which actually happens to have a camera. So camera freed right there, and complete glass treatment on this car. So it has a lot of airy feeling. Now this thing extends outward. Okay, just how we have the light bar at the front. At the rear, the light again is very similar in the way the treatment has been done. The Tata logo, but this thing is extending outwards, which is in line with the outside rear view mirror cameras, by the way. Okay, there's this empty spot here where you can keep your stuff and eat. Just kidding. Nice design elements, like really nice and unique. Says Avinya here, and you can see the reverse of the Tata logo. Uska ulta yahan pe niche kar diya. This will be the fog lamp probably, and again aggressive bodywork. Meanwhile, okay, you see the cuts. Now this is, yeah, it is functional. Oh my God, a functional vent. Faisal Khan's fingers of truth will never search for an exhaust in an electric car, but there you can see the suspension and the rear disc, which is a bit rusted. How is this design, man? 100% touch hogi. And what goes inside here? Dikh nahi raha, andar ghus jaun. Okay, that is a charging port. There's a switch. I don't know for what. Man, I'm getting into places I should not. Anyway, there's some storage space here. Just kidding. But yeah, it's a very unique design. There's a spoiler right there, which is actually made of glass. I love the way this treatment has been done. So you've seen the car from all the sides. What do you think about it? I think it looks absolutely fantastic. But you know what? We really need the doors to open. So now when I do this, the doors open. Yeah, there the doors are opening. Now obviously the production model is not going to get electric doors. And meanwhile, when the doors are open, let me tell you another thing, that this thing will go into production in 2025, where we will get a SUV, a mid-size SUV around 20-25 lakhs, pure electric, which will be based on this concept, which will be launched. And you can just say, I mean, somewhere around Harrier Safari pricing. By the way, okay, doors open hugely wide, but not as much as the Tata Ultros. Meanwhile, okay, we're going to get the rear doors to open, and these are this suicide sort of door opening, which will remind you of Rolls-Royce cars, of course. You can hear the motor sound. Listen to that. Okay, air flows from here, kind of nice. Now doors open so wide, now you can easily get in, and everything in this car is about space and personalization, because every individual passenger has its own set of music and air conditioning and all, so that it's just so much easier for that person to be in his own zone. So Tata Motors says that the car will be able to identify if someone is in stress and accordingly change the mood, the colors, the lighting, the ambient lighting and music and stuff. That's something which Mercedes already does, known as energizing comfort. Okay, now feed from here actually gets projected right there from the camera. Here I think will be a storage. This will open. Beautiful materials used here and there. In fact, this car is all about sustainability. So a lot of these materials are actually, and I kid you not, recycled. Now this is for the HVAC system, which is heat, ventilation, air conditioning and all that stuff. So you can, move it around accordingly how you want the cooling to happen. Here it's telling you the temperature and you can increase or decrease the temperature. In fact, here I'm just going to move the seat ahead using this button. I'm just going to move the seat behind using this button. So yeah, that is also functional at the moment. These buttons, and I think this is when you press this button, it will close the door. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me press this button here and okay, what is this button? I'm trying to figure out. Some of those then don't work at all. Yeah, when I press that button, I think the seat will rotate or something of that sort. Meanwhile, I think that thing also opens, so you have got a storage space right there. Those are the pedals, and there's a lot of foot area, so you can easily get in from here, get out from there. It also has a diffuser, aroma diffuser in the center, so that it just lifts the ambience inside the car. And then because there's so much space, legroom and kneeroom will never be an issue. This car is massive. It's like a 5-seater. Seat belts have been placed right there. Yeah, there's where the seat belts have been placed, but the center passenger never gets ahead. You have a trunk which should be functional, but you know what? I'm being very honest. Depending on how the electric motor is, if it has dual motors, space is going to go near the rear axle. Here in the hood, the electric motor is going to be there, so you're not going to get much space. That's the reason they have been able to give space right there, because yeah, there is a lot of space right there. And camera, of course. Now there's this sound bar on the top. I think they have put some tints on the glass, so you can't see much as such. And you get this sort of a screen on the driver's steering wheel. Of course, steering wheel always belongs to the driver, but you know what? It's saying show me well-being modes. Interesting. So the instrument cluster is right on the steering wheel, and there is no infotainment system as such, because it's all about sound control. Levers feel really very nice to hold. It says wind down, buttons here for lane keep assist. There you can see for voice commands, audio system, Bluetooth, and everything can be controlled from here. You know why? Because this car is going to have next level connectivity. It's going to get ADAS functions as well. That is the rear view mirror, and that is the only area on the front screen which is occupied by something. Otherwise it's like a massive screen. Cab forward design, that's the reason you don't have much frunk. Again, at the rear you have a massive screen. So seats are really comfortable. I like the way the seat belts have been placed here. Oh god, I just broke that. Let's just keep it on the side. Faisal, don't touch anything right now. I told you not to touch anything. That is for the drive mode, electric parking brake, auto hold function, and that there's a button, I think, to turn on and off something or the other, maybe the audio system or something of that sort. It's going to get a range of around 500 kilometers. After 3 years, I don't know how much would be 500 kilometers, because now only a lot of cars are getting 500 kilometers of range. And the charging time with ultra fast charging is going to be around 30 minutes. 30 minutes for ultra fast charging. This is sort of a band treatment here. This thing obviously opens and then you can slot things right there. Maybe a big screen would be a nice touch, but Tata believes that everything is going to be on voice alone, so that's not going to be important. So guys, this was a quick preview of this amazing Tata Avinya concept car, Gen 3 platform and the likes. And you know what? The battery is going to be the battery of this car is going to be locally made in India. Yeah, local production of batteries, which will obviously lead to a very aggressive price as well. If you like this vlog, make sure to give the thumbs up, that's the like button, and also subscribe to the channel. And do let me know in the comment section below what do you think about this all electric vehicle. As a concept, it looks beautiful. If you're expecting even 50% of this concept to make it into production, well guys, you are being very optimistic, because बहुत ज़्यादा concept ही है. You can't get 22-inch wheels on a car for a road car, but even though I'm saying 22, it is actually 22. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.